Hello class, here we are getting ready to start week 5 of our class already, which seems sort of astonishing, right? It's the 15th, I think, of December. I'm making this video on Monday, although you might not see it until tomorrow. And tomorrow is the first day of week 5, which is the last week of our class. So I spent much of the last week grading your rough drafts, and I have a number of comments for you to hopefully give you some help as you move into wrapping up your final draft and turning it in. I do want to remind you that your final paper is 20% of your grade. That's a very substantial part of your final grade. So it is 100% in your interest to turn it in on time so you get the full number of points available, and to make sure you do the very best job you can on it, because it's the equivalent of both the assignments you've done so far or quizzes for 2 weeks, or it's a big chunk of work. So I will say many people go wrong by not actually writing a 5-page paper. So I really want to encourage you to make sure that you are fulfilling all of the requirements of the paper, and specifically that one. By 5 pages, we mean the body of the paper needs to be 5 pages. That doesn't count your title page. That doesn't count your references. Okay? So important things for you to know from last week after grading your final papers. A number of students are still confused about what a scholarly source is. I want to be really clear with you that we are talking about peer-reviewed journals, and we are talking about books written by academics. We are specifically not talking about a whole bunch of things, and I put these in an announcement as well, but it seems like some folks are still having a difficult time with it. Things that are not academic sources: people's blogs, random informational websites on the internet, popular magazines, magazines for children. Yes, I did actually have Highlights magazine and Scholastic magazine turned in at different times in this class. Not this section, but still important to know. Encyclopedias, Wikipedia, dictionaries, your textbook. You're welcome to have your textbook be on your list of sources if you're quoting something that Crapo has to say about your topic, but it should not be one of the major sources for your paper. Again, this is a research paper, so you have to base it on actual scholarly research. Okay, so very important to know. Also the Bible, not a scholarly source. You're looking for things that have been written by people who know a lot about the topic and that have gone through the peer review process, which means that other people that know a lot about that topic too have looked at it, agreed that what they have done is proper scientific research, and published it. So that's what you're looking for to write about. If you're still having trouble, or if you got that note on your paper that says these are not scholarly sources, I want to direct you back to the tutorial in week 3, which will help you pick out 2 good cultural groups to write your paper about, and also helps you find good scholarly sources in the Ashford Library that will support that topic. Okay, let's see. Scholarly sources. Oh! Your paper needs to be your own original work. It needs to be your own original work written for this class. So, should I get a paper that you wrote for another class and then reworked a little bit? Not only is it going to come up on Turnitin as something that's been submitted to Ashford before, but it will come up as your own paper. And I don't allow recycling of papers in this class, so I just want to remind you again, it has to be your own original work written for this class. I do want to remind you, just in case you got this note, that this paper is meant to be written about 2 distinct and contemporary cultural groups that are not your own. So it will not work to, for instance, write about black people in the U.S. and white people in the U.S., right? We're really much more talking about specific, discrete cultural groups that have been studied as that by an anthropologist. And then, this is very short today. I just want to remind you again, your final papers are due on Monday. You can turn them in for the following 3 days for 10% less per day, but each day that you turn it in late, you are going down an entire letter grade on that paper, and you don't want that to happen to you. Okay? So, I'm looking forward to more great, engaging conversation in the discussion forums over the next week. We will be talking about the feminization of poverty and globalization, both of which very interesting, kind of a bummer, but very interesting. I look forward to seeing what you have to say. And I know it's the holiday season for many people. It's very exciting that we're going to finish this class up right before our Christmas break, our holiday break. I'm so sorry. Because last year I had a class that was actually split in the middle for 2 weeks, which was very challenging for students and not so fun for me. We celebrate both solstice and Christmas here in my little household, and there's actually a tree right behind me there. But whatever holiday you choose to participate in, or even if you don't, I hope you're having a really great December and that this week goes very well. And I look forward to seeing you all in the discussion forums.